G'day, it's Richard Marr again from Marr's Classes. Look, when we're presenting our classes online, a lot of the things we're used to doing in the classroom, for example using a whiteboard, aren't as easy to do. There are interactive whiteboards built into your Zoom and your WebEx and your big blue buttons, but today, in this episode, I'm going to show you a better whiteboard. Well, g'day. Look, we're doing a lot of online classes now with our students now that they're located at home, and we're using tools like WebEx training or meetings or Zoom or Big Blue Button. And in all of those tools, they have these interactive whiteboards, which are really quite handy to use, but they're not very intuitive. If we're trying to use our mouse to write on them, they just don't do the job that easily. I find them not that easy to use. I'd recommend using another tool. A tool that I like using is a web whiteboard, and an example of the web whiteboard is, it's called a web whiteboard, AWW. Now, if I have a look at that web whiteboard, what you do is you open it up at awwapp.com. When you go collaborate, there will be a link which you can then copy that link into your iPad or other touch device that you might have. Then you can use your touch device as the input for this, the whiteboard that you're going to share with your students. So in this case, when I write on this, it now becomes a lot easier to, for me, a lot easier to write on, and a lot more natural when I'm writing and doing it quickly. It's not exactly the same as using a whiteboard in the classroom, but it does allow you to do a lot of what you could do normally. The other really nice thing about it is you can upload a PDF, and if you've uploaded a PDF, then you can annotate your PDF right on that. You can upload images, and you can collaborate with students. You can ask a student to write in what they think their answer is for a particular question on the PDF. That's with the premium version of it. The free version, you don't necessarily get these PDFs you can put up and save, but it is a really, really good tool. I think it's far superior than the built-in tools in WebEx Meeting or Zoom. So I really would recommend that. If that's not going to float your boat, though, what you could do is use a thing called AirServer. Now, AirServer is an app that you can put onto your MacBook or Windows machine. And with AirServer, you do cause it to run. That little video in the corner that I had freezes, so I'm doing it without you seeing what I'm doing. But what you do is you have it installed on your MacBook or Windows laptop. On your iPad, you swipe up from the bottom, and when you swipe up from the bottom, there'll be a choice to AirPlay. And when it says AirPlay, your laptop will be identified. You choose your laptop and then choose mirroring, and then the thing will appear on your desktop. So you can see that's what I've done there. I've swiped from the bottom, I've selected my MacBook and said mirroring. Now once I've got mirroring selected, what I will then do is on my iPad, I will select an interactive whiteboard app that I might have. I've got one here, AirSketch, which is actually quite neat because it will throw to my laptop even without AirPlay. But anyway, with this particular one, you then just select your tools and you do the same sort of deal with just using your stylus and writing on it just as you would normally on a normal whiteboard, and it works really, really well. This sort of an application is really quite nice. Now that thing that it caused the freeze of my little video in the bottom corner, all I was using for the creation of this video is QuickTime. I'll show in a subsequent video how I can do the saving of the desktop and having the little inlaid floating video, because that can sometimes be quite handy when you're doing stuff for your students as well. Okay, until next time, I'll leave it at that, and good luck teaching online.